finally heard that season 48 will premiere on October 1st. But the question remains, who really cares anymore? SNL has lost 4 of their most heavy-hitting cast members at the end of season 4, and another 3.
4.
4?
Chris Red just quit the other day.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, language on the air.
Whatever. Okay, so 4 announced their exit just this month, and while SNL creator Warren Michaels is calling this a transition year, the rest of us are calling it Weekend Update, a crappy SNL spin-off featuring Kenan Thompson.
Lauren Michaels just announced that the show has hired 4 new cast members, one of them being the very first non-binary featured performer.
That's right, Taras, and that's great. But fans of the show are still feeling doubtful that the season will be any good. By my calculations, 4 minus 3 plus 4... Wait, sorry. 4 minus 3 plus 4 minus 1, because of Chris Red, still equals 2 short on talent.
You may be right there, Kim.
As of this podcast, members of the Off the Cuff Improv have surprisingly not been asked to join the cast. There were rumors that Adriana Boucher was throwing her hat into the ring as a Kate McKinnon replacement. But when asked about it, she just burst into tears and cried out, "Kate, why?" Grief, it appears, has paralyzed her ambitions.
Meanwhile, closer to home, Spark Theatre Company is bearing it all. On October 20th to 22nd, you can catch some of Prince Albert's finest and most attractive actors on stage at the E.A. Rawlinson Center for the Arts in their skivvies or less. Trent Gillespie caught up with Ryan Hughes to tell us what the process has been like so far.
Oh, Ryan, thanks for taking the time to talk with me today. First of all, can you tell us who you play in the show?
Dave.
Excellent. And who is Dave in the show?
A character.
I see. Can you give us any more details?
No.
Well, you know, Ryan, you are widely regarded as one of the best comic actors in our community, perhaps of all time. I think people would love some insight into your portrayal of Dave. Do you get to put on your comedy chops to use?
Dave is a guy who lost his job. He jokes around a lot. Doesn't like himself much because he thinks he's fat. He has a nice wife who wants to have a baby. He reluctantly agrees to go along with his buddy Gaz in this stupid scheme to take his clothes off on stage to make some cash.
Sounds like an intriguing fellow.
No, please. You know who's really intriguing? As in, who's going to be the star of the show? Preston Moore.
Preston?
Yeah, he plays Lomper, and let me tell you, he blows me away every rehearsal.
Really?
Yeah, he brings me to tears.
To tears?
Almost every day. He's magnificent. I'm sorry, I have no words to describe.
That's okay. Is Preston around now? Could I talk to him?
No. Preston follows a strict process. Right now, he's meditating outside. We aren't to disturb him.
Wow. Sounds like he's really into it. Ryan, our time is almost up, so if you could tell our viewers one thing about the show, what would it be?
Hey, listen, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Listen, get your tickets in advance. You don't want to miss this show. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see this many people take their clothes off. Okay, twice in a lifetime, because Spark did Calendar Girls a while back, but this time it's men, and we mean business, okay? Get your tickets.
Okay.
Come to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was Ryan Hughes, who plays Dave in Spark Theater's production of The Full Monty. And I'm Trent Gillespie for OTC News. Back to you.
So we are Off the Cuff Improv and Interactive. We've been around since about 2013, but really active in the last few years. We decided we wanted to get back to doing monthly shows, so we teamed up with the John M. Cullinaire Library, And when I approached them about doing shows there, I found out that they have something called the Save Our Seats campaign. So it's basically a fund that they ask for donations to, so that eventually they can replace the seats in the Mahan Auditorium, which is the theater part that's downstairs where we do our shows. So what we do is we donate half of our proceeds from every show to the library, specifically for that fund. The goal is eventually not just to replace the seats, but also do other upgrades to the theater that make it more versatile for all different kind of performing arts groups. So for example, he'd really like to hang a lighting grid in there and change out the floor of the stage. So it's something that could be, you have sets nailed into or whatnot, maybe have a trap door, hang some pipe and drape. All sorts of things so that we can do small production plays in there, for example, concerts, things like that. So we're really happy to be partnering with them, and we're very happy to be getting back to doing live entertainment on a regular basis.
Hi, I'm Preston Moran from Muscatine, Saskatchewan, and I found my love for theater in university, taking classes with Roxanne Dick, and then in 2018, Adriana Boucher brought me on to Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I did Three Musketeers, and then Adriana asked me to do Off the Cuff, and it's just the love of my life. Theater, it doesn't matter if it's improv, sketch, acting, writing, the whole process is just everything to me, and so it's just kind of my life, not my livelihood, but it's, it's my life now. So, and I just love being a part of this family I have. So,
and thank God you're funny, otherwise we'd have to kick you out.
Thank you.
So I'm Kim Morrell, and I've been doing theater in Prince Albert since I moved here 25 years ago. Had started with Odyssey Productions, and then I did short stuff productions, and I've been an actor, a director, producer, makeup artist, all sorts of, jobs in the theater world. I've kind of done it all, almost anyway. And then in the last few years, when we started up with improv, it was something I was kind of scared to do because it's an interesting talent to be able to think on your feet and not think at all. Everyone, I think, who does improv kind of knows what I mean by that. And, but, it's grown, I've become more comfortable with it. And it's a really great skill to have for an actor to be able to do improv and when you're doing a regular role as well, being able to have that skill is really important. So, and I think it's helped me in that way as well. And I just get to work with such wonderful, great people who are so talented, like Adriana, of course, and all the people here. They're a fantastic group, and like Preston had mentioned, it's a family. There is a certain sort of closest you get with people in this kind of environment, and it's lifelong friends, and I'm just really happy to be part of it. So that's it. I guess I could talk a lot more, but you don't want me to.
My name is Taras Kaczkowski. It's you might want to give them a copy of the script because you got it written down in there as far as the spelling goes.
And correctly.
Yes, you do.
It's Kaczkowski.
Yeah.
But with a K.
But it's not
It's very traditional Ukrainian name, but I am born and raised here in Canada. Actually, just down the road in Saskatoon, grew up there, and much like Kim, I got involved in the theater community here in Prince Albert shortly after I moved here, which is going on 20 years ago already. Over all those years, I've worked with almost every theater company in town in various capacities, sometimes as acting, sometimes backstage crew. And basically, when I first moved here, it was probably one of the first things that kind of gave me a route to settle down here and expanded my social circle. And so I was very grateful and thankful for that, and so sort of became involved ever since. How I ended up becoming involved in Off the Cuff, I remember back several years ago, they used to have the reruns of the original British improv comedy TV show, Whose Line Is It Anyway, on the Comedy Network. Really enjoyed watching those shows, and then all of a sudden I heard that we had something similar going on here in Prince Albert, so that sounded like something fun to do, and I decided to join, and and obviously it was a lot of people I knew from our local theater community as well. So it was another outlet to express myself on stage, I guess. And yeah, no, I've been enjoying being a part of it ever since.
Are
You
you
guys
going?
could do like you're talking to each other. That'd be cute.
Hi, Gail.
Hi, Trent.
How are you?
I'm Gail Enright.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I am. And I joined theater because I was tired of my life. My life was very boring, and so I thought perhaps it would be nice to try and be someone else. And it did work out quite well because I was able to have lots of different roles. I was even a man once. That was difficult.
It is
But-
difficult being a man.
Yes, but it was fun. And then I found out about improv and I thought, oh, no lines to learn. It'll be a snap. And it's not. It's much more
We have
difficult.
scripts.
And
Than
then
having a
sometimes-
script.
Yes, but then sometimes we also give you lines.
But there are some times when there are written lines
Mhm.
to learn. And so that's all right as well. But I enjoy being a part of this community because there's a lot of people from different backgrounds and a lot of different ages. And I think that even though I have white hair and I don't do Botox or anything, it's fun.
Yes.
It's fun to be with younger people. I think it's very good. And I think it's very good for younger people to have to deal with older people.
I have learned so much working with you and directing you.
Yes, yes,
It's
It's
good. It's
been a
good to
blast.
learn from and respect our elders.
it is.
You are very good
Yes, it
for us,
is.
Gail. And I don't think of you as old.
And I'm
I would
not.
either. No.
No, I
Even
always.
if you have white hair and no Botox.
Yes, that's
I hear
correct.
Botox is for younger people, actually. I just learned this, that you should
Yeah.
be getting Botox in your 20s before the wrinkles appear.
Mhm.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah,
always
I just learned that.
that's a very good thing to think of the future.
But don't think of it as age as like I'm so and so.